Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the fourth album of the Vamps album called Cherry Blossom. They are a British pop rock band, and they have been around for a while. They've been around since, I want to say, 2014, when they released their first album called Meet the Vamps. And I really, really liked it. Like, I was in a huge kick of, One Direction and The Wanted and all these kind of things are going on, and big, like, boy bands was a huge thing, and so I was very into it. I loved it, and I got into them. I really liked them. I actually came across their song "Can We Dance" because it was playing like constantly on the on YouTube, pretty much on the ads. So I was like, okay, let me just get into it because I keep listening to it and I just want to get into new bands, blah blah blah. So I did like them. They're much more poppy, as much as they do say that they're more rock-ish. I feel like it's rockish in a way One Direction is rockish. You know, it's like it's they have a little more rock-esque sound to them in the beginning, but I felt like over time. So we got the first album was Meet the Vamps, and then went to Wake Up, which came out in 2015, which is kind of the same thing. But I feel like it felt like it was wearing down on their sound that they were doing, because the next album, Night and Day, had more of a electronic sound to it, and it completely just ditched the whole idea of the rock piece of it. And then they had to the point where they even liked it so much they even add more songs with the Night and Day, or Night Edition, and then the next year in 2018 was the Day Edition, and then finally they have released this. And I felt like they decided to go back into their kind of Meet the Vamps, Wake Up kind of direction, with a little more maturity, and I do appreciate that in this direction. I have to say, I'm not really huge on this album. I felt like I felt like the energy was I think the idea with the energy was that they wanted to get back to what they were doing before, obviously with the more mature sound, but it just sounded too familiar. And I do like some songs, I like Better. I feel like that one has a really good melody. I like the sound. I like the way that they kind of say different words, and I like Chemicals. Would You I think is my favorite song off the album. Marion in Vegas was the one I really did like, but over time I start not liking it because it just didn't really sound like. Actually, the more I listened to it, the more generic it started to sound. It just didn't really sound right. I do appreciate the ideas and the topics of this album, that they do right with the topics, but I feel like the lyrics kind of fall flat sometimes. We're just it seems like they can't decide whether they want to keep their younger audience. I feel like they're trying to eat their cake and have it too. They're trying to keep the younger audience and build more younger audience, while at the same time trying to keep an adult direction now that they're in their 20s. But I feel like in that direction, it's a very difficult thing to hold on to. And I think a lot of people would definitely see that. Little Mix even tried to do that, and it's just not a thing. You can't do that unless you're literally gonna be a late 20-year-old trying to send in for these 19 and less year old, or 18 and under. Just it's not gonna compute, especially when you say "fuck me up, I feel high when I see you." It's just you can't. That's not gonna translate well with the younger audience. As the adult side of my side, I definitely don't feel like it's up there enough to be adult. It still sounds a little immature, immature still, but not too much. It's on a right track, but it's not there yet. I personally think. I don't think the sound and everything is there yet. And it also feels like, because of so many switch arounds of sound and so many working with different directions, I feel like they're still also trying to find their actual a sound that will click for this for this time and everything, without going too deep into the trap, or trap music, because they know they can't do that. And it's just, I personally feel like they're electronic direction was really, really going somewhere. I was very surprised over it. And I was like, oh, this really, really works. So that's my thought. I do appreciate them going back, but I don't feel like it's. I think it's a little too. They're too far out to go backwards, especially skipping right past the electronic direction. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just didn't really feel this album as much as the other albums I felt before. I did like Better. I like What Would You? I like Chemical. I like Bitter because I like the topic of it, especially the cherry cola cigarette. Bad for me, but so hard to quit. Like, it's cute, but it's all it is. It's cute, you know. It's just like I guess if you want a cherry cola cigarette, like I guess it's enticing. I guess. And also one thing for a DC fan as myself, in Chemicals he says superpowers. I'm all Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne doesn't have any superpowers whatsoever. He's not that type of thing. But I think that also kind of bugs me too. Just like, did you think about these? Some of the lyrics didn't feel really thought out. It's like combined, you know. So it's a little bit. The lyrics needs a lot of work on. So I give this a. I give this a 6 out of 10. I'm just not impressed with everything that's going on. I know they can do better. They have done better. So that's hence the critique, because I know they can do better than this. So, that's pretty much it. Leave a comment below to me what you thought. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.